Dum da dum da dum da dum da do 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 dum. Alright guys, the reason why we have the other background back on is we're trying to figure out what caused YouTube to give us a yellow downward sign from Saturday. I don't know the why. But then they turn us back to green again. So to avoid any possible reasons to go yellow, we just decided to stick with the background that we're already using anyway in the first place, because this way there'll be less likely that YouTube is going to play that monetization game. They seem to love to play that game a lot, don't they? On some channels more than others, but it's really devastating to the channel, regardless, because the channels that depend on monetization. How you doing, Gianni? A lot of them are low-income people like myself, and this month we only have $62.38 so far. We've got 9 days to get this thing up to another $40 and change, or $50 and change, and super chat or whatever to get my payments. Look, guys, I'll be honest, I need the money because with everything going up in price in the stores, I don't care where you shop. Aldi's, Liddy, the dumpster, soup kitchens, food banks, whatever. Things are going up. Okay, I need your help too. Okay. Now, we were supposed to have a night show tonight on Discord, but given the way we see that even Silvermoon Radio AM 1610 has been doing, which is mediocre at best, I don't think it's worth it to do a Monday night live stream on Discord, because there just isn't enough people watching the content. Now, some of you might say, well, why don't you do it here? Because YouTube would not tolerate that kind of stream here. Okay, they would not tolerate it. And because of that reason, it's hurting our revenue. So, in other words, YouTube, my employer, has decided to tell me that basically is, as they've already said in terms of service and advertiser community guidelines, these are the rules of the road. Some of them are vague. Deal with it. Some of them are pretty specific. And so for content creators like myself, that means that, how you doing? How you doing, Charlotte? The panel is open. All hailing frequencies are open. So there's not going to be a Monday night Discord live stream, because given what we see with the Sunday night live streams with the AM 1610 Silvermoon Radio, it's just not worth the time. It's just not worth the time to do it, because you get it all set up, you try to get yourself ready to deal with the fact that you're going to be having an open microphone. You're going to have possibly up to 25 people at a time talking at you. You're going to be dealing with all of that. Never mind some of those people that want to basically treat you like garbage in the process, saying nasty things. The fact of the matter is just going on to Discord or YouTube and being subjected to such a vitriol is beyond anything I would consider comfortable. Yeah, I know that. And that's another thing. Most of my audience work the next day. And the people in the UK, it's midnight their time. That by the time it's 7 o'clock here, it's great for people in Pacific times, including Alaska and Hawaii. But it's terrible for the people on the European continent in the UK. There's no way they can make it. It's just too late. They got to go to work the next day. they gotta be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. They don't have time to come into work like half warmed over poop. They need to feel and be at their best. Okay? So they should just do their own thing as they keep saying you are. Right, they should let me just do my show as best I can do it. But the truth of the matter is they keep wanting to stick their fingers in my pie. I don't know why, but they do. I'm sure you named the stream a little bit. To what? Light drama. Light drama. No. Let's not get into the drama stuff. I really don't want to get there. I mean, observations isn't drama. Okay? It's not. Okay? I think a lot of channels go through ups and downs. Oh, yes. Charlotte, I agree with that. A lot of channels do go through ups and downs. But during the pandemic, my channel, the money that I earn from this channel is paying for some of the additional things that my entitlement check from my disability doesn't pay enough for. This money is offsetting my rental costs. This money is offsetting my electric cost. It's not because I'm greedy, because I want to buy a Ferrari or a Stingray or something like that, because that's not what I want to buy. I just, the $150 to $160 I make a month pays for everyday expenses like food, hair care, everyday needs. But because of the fact is that everything's shot up in price so much, I can't do it without that help. The super chats are important too, guys. If you guys can ever donate to super chat or super thanks, it really helps, because we really, really need your help here. Don't feed the trolls. I understand that. But we do have some information on the anti-poverty legislation, aka the American Family Plan, which is it's passed the Senate, I believe. I'm not absolutely sure about this, but it's now in the infrastructure bill are going to the House. Moderate Democrats want Nancy Pelosi to vote on the two bills as separate bills. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Much appreciated. But I don't know any details about how much money we're going to make for the Social Security Restoration Act, or the SSI Restoration Act. That's something I haven't yet figured out. How much money we're going to give if they pass this? Well, theoretically, in my case, I wouldn't get nothing, because I'm already receiving way more than $1,073 a month. Okay, because my SSDI. SSDI, if they pass that reform, I would be getting 125% of the federal poverty line for $1,341 a month. Yeah, thank you very much, Charlotte. I appreciate those £5. Really, I do. It makes so much of a difference. And really, I don't know where Rusty is right now, but I know he's around, but he's just not here at this second. See, he even gets a little thank you on the screen. I really do need to remind you guys that this is so important. Everybody needs a little help. And I know that some people can't do anything because they're stuck themselves. Absolutely. I understand that. Still got a lot of money to go. We still need about 45 pounds more. Not get paid about that. That's okay. I saw Craig Sr. comment on my my vlog this morning. I let him know I was live at 10 o'clock. I don't know when he'll be on. I don't know where Monica is. I get confused between her work schedule. I think she said she's Monday and Tuesday on Wednesday through Sunday at night at her place of employment. The other thing that I wanted to point out were my concerns with the Discord program is since there would be open microphone, anybody, and I mean anybody, can join the show. Mods would be busy muting them or server muting these people pretty quickly, pretty long time mute sessions. Right, exactly. She wasn't feeling well, and the issue was getting used to going back to work with her injuries in her back. Absolutely. That certainly takes a toll on you because, unfortunately, because I've been sleeping on my wrong side because I wants to sleep on the left side, on the right side of the bed. He sprawls out. I just get a small sliver of the mattress, and I've been sleeping on my bum leg, and ow, for weeks, and it hurts. It's nice when he'd be up on the computer late at night, and I would be basically, I'd be able to curl up in the mattress and sleep for like 5 hours, and then in a way that's comfortable for my leg. And contrary to what others are saying, I do different shifts now. I'm sure that she'll be back once the schedule's in order. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a challenge for a person for an injury, like a back injury, to do that stuff. I don't think I could do McDonald's or Burger King or any of those places like that. It's just too much. I'm not 30. I'm not 30 anymore. 23 years ago. It's not just the leg; it's the whole hip. Like Michelle's got pinched nerves in the leg from laying on the hard floor of the yellow house in 2015. Yeah. Because I didn't want to leg my whole bed frame and bed down to the yellow house because it was too big and... Oh, I can understand that. That's what I mean. When you're getting older, if you have injuries like that, it's very painful to keep going out there, put your best foot forward every day. Deep down, you might actually love your job and have a good time doing it, but your back just says, I'm sorry, Captain, I can't do this anymore. Your bonds are done. Your bands are done, Captain. They're about to melt these dilithium crystals. Oh, tell me, my dilithium crystals have melted multiple times. I have osteoporosis in my lower back, and it's only going to get worse. I got the same identical problem. I got osteoporosis in my tailbone. I don't know exactly what that would mean. I mean, what kind of services do you get when you're signed off? Probably sounds like you're saying is if you get signed off, you just collect your disability check. Yep, same problem here. I mean, I remember when it was, I think there was a song about this somewhere. I forgot what the song was. Anything my mind wills, the things that I would do. Yeah, well, that ain't true anymore. My knee, actually, that was a funny thing. It's the nerves in my left leg that causes me more problem than the knee. I'm not saying the knee don't cause any problems, but I mean it's the nerves in my left leg. They're pinched or something like that. I tried everything I could to fix them. I ran my massager on them, which helps a tiny bit, and then they get sore again. But when I walk too long, forget it. Then it's major ouch fest. Yeah. Well, it doesn't make me nauseous, but it just makes me grumpy. I can pull my back out of the joint, but it's just sneezing. Thank God I don't have that bad of a problem. But my biggest problem is sometimes, like, if I trip over something, even if I don't fall straight away, all of a sudden my left leg is trying to act like, trying to stabilize itself, which it can recover pretty quickly. But then, like I said, the nerves in my leg that pinched in muscles, it was like, after you walk too far, they're like, sorry, I'm not going any further. Call for a tow truck. I'm like, sorry, legs, you have to keep walking. We ain't no choice. I can't do that, Michelle. Yes, you are. You have to. Yes, it does suck. I mean, one of the requirements is for Social Security disability, if you didn't have a disability already, is can you stand for more than 15 minutes? If the answer is yes, you're not disabled. Well, I can stand for more than 15 minutes. So if you just went by that, I would not be on disability. But if you go by the fact that I've got knee damage, hearing damage, eyesight damage, a pervasive developmental disability called Asperger's, oh yeah, I'm damaged. Hi FC, how you doing? FC, we were talking before the show about mid-roll ads. I did not see an option to easily enable mid-roll ads. I know you can actually manually insert them using their crappy editor. I know that. But my biggest problem is the minute you try to mess around with a live stream with the editor, you lose the chat replays. Okay, that's the problem. I wanted to upload the files. I enabled mid-rolls in there and post-roll ads. Save those settings. It ain't going to help with this video, but maybe for the next one it will. Only afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, because YouTube realizes common sense. If they would try to do mid-roll ads on top of a video that's already running live, people probably would get a little bit frustrated. No, but if you manually add in the mid-roll ad spots, okay, let's say my streams are about an hour and a half. So let's say I took your advice. Let's say you put an ad in every 30 minutes, right? So I go into the editor and I add a spot here, 30 minutes in, and a little later on, and then, all of a sudden now I lose all the chat replay. Oh, that's good. Your manager makes it easier to understand that you need to be able to do things. You can't walk for long distances. Charlotte says working morning shifts, which are busy lunchtime shifts and early evening, are also hectic. I manually admin rules and never had my chat archive impacted. It's only when I edit the stream that the chat disappears. Yeah, but isn't that how you add the stream? Manually add in the tags is when you actually have to add them into the editor. See, I don't understand how that works. I mean, like, okay, if you said if you edit the stream, but doesn't inserting mid-roll ads actually count as editing the stream? That's the thing I don't get it. Right. Well, I appreciate that, Shirley. I mean, I think the company appreciates that you're trying to do your best you can. Yeah. So, well, right now we're a little short on revenue because the fact is that we only got, okay, I know the donation from Charlotte, so that makes it help. But before this, it was $62.38. We got 9 days to get that up to $100+ so I can get paid. The money, I need the money. I need the money just to take care of everyday expenses. Or new kneecaps. Oh, actually, it brings another question: the Medicare reform bill, which is part of the American anti-poverty legislation. Does this cover 100% of knee surgeries? Because I mean, I've had the problem with my pinched nerves in my left leg long before I had the broken kneecap. And either way, I really seriously want to fix my kneecap, but I want to fix my pinched nerves in my legs more than my kneecap. Although the kneecap would be nice. I know it covers dental, vision, and hearing care. It doesn't say anything about taking care of pinched nerves or knee surgeries. Well, I do have other sources of revenue, but no one subscribes to them. So, for example, there's only 3 patrons, only 3 Patreon subscribers. What's the story with that? Only 3 Patreon subscribers. Plus the PayPal. Well, you're lucky you have that. We don't have that here. Stupid country. Never makes any sense. We could have seriously gotten our we could have seriously gotten all this stuff fixed. If I was in the NHS, if I was in the UK, why the fuck did I come on Earth and come to America? I don't know why I came here in this lifetime. Why I didn't go to another country like UK. Okay, they basically expect you to come up with for service like that, knee surgery. They want you to come up with $250,000 out of pocket. What? Where am I going to get $250,000? Can't do it. I don't have it. Yeah. Well, people stop believing the system here. Help us might be different. Well, the thing is, first of all, I don't really know if you really think about it, but the truth is, this country has a habit of really focusing and giving all the beautiful resources they can to the will-to-do, but they don't care about the poor. Okay? For example, 1986, they did the Social Security reform, right? How much of a benefit increase did we get for SSI? Nothing. Oh, we went up to $794. Oh, gee, $794 back in 1986 could get you a nice apartment. Today, no. And the thing is, and they still think, so we're living in 1986 guidelines. I'm not an SSI anymore. I'm on SSD, but I used to be on SSI, so I can certainly complain for those poor people who are still in SSI. You guys expect us to pay $794 a month from the government, and you restrict how much we can earn and have in our savings accounts. You have a marriage penalty. What the hell for? What? Okay, whatever. I'll just say that's what there is. Okay. And for every $1 we work, for every $2 we work, $1 you take. If we happen to find a job. Holy crap. You think the Social Security SSI, Supplemental Security Income, was supposed to help people as a needs-based program. But it has failed to keep up with realities of how expensive things have really gotten. Right. Start trying to figure this stuff out. Like it makes sense. It will never make sense. Well, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to sit down and look at the situation and say, call it what it is. A boondoggle, a mistake, a blah, blah excuse for a program that the SSI program was created in 1972 by Richard Nixon. In 1972, the SSI was able to keep up with expenses. Then in 1986, they updated the numbers, but they did not remove the marriage penalty. They did not increase the amount of money assets you could have. And that they still expect you to live on $794 a month and with no money in a savings account. The system doesn't even encourage you to save money. It actually doesn't. There was no 401ks. Guess what? If you want a 401k, you ain't getting one. Because if you may have a 401k, that counts as income. Hey, I have to take that away. Yeah, I don't smoke or drink either. But still, that's another expense. That's the list. You happen to be a chronic smoker. You are a chronic smoker and you're an SSI. You cannot afford your cigarettes. You can't. There just isn't enough. At $20 a pack of cigarettes or $10 a pack, whatever it is these days, you can't afford it. If you're a 2-pack-a-day smoker, let's just say they're $10 a pack. That's $20. I'm just going to use round numbers because they know they're more than that because the cigarette taxes and all that. Just to keep the numbers easy, okay? So $20 a day, 30 days, $600 for cigarettes. Now, I don't know about you, but I could never afford to spend $600 just to put a burning piece of paper and tobacco to my lips. I don't understand why anyone would want to do that anyway. Yeah, I know, Charlotte. I agree with you. Why doesn't the United States have a better health care system? Because the well-to-do don't want to invest in a better health system. Our system is basically based on the concept is, well, you really want to fix it? Then you fork out the money yourself. You save it up yourself, you lazy welfare bum. Gee, how am I going to come up with $250,000? Well, I suppose our beautiful bank and screw would love to give you a $250,000 loan. Oh, what's your AP? Let me look at your credit score. Oh, dear me. That's going to cost you 40% interest. That's as similar to loan shark rates. Yeah, kid. Okay, Pete up. You want your knee fixed? That's what you're going to have to do. Screw you. No, I'm not paying 50%, 40% interest rate. No. Trust me, they will do it too. Especially now with the fact is that the economy is starting to financially crumble. The banks will definitely be forking out that kind of money. Please do, please do put some thumbs up, guys. And please, if you can afford to put a little money in the super chat, it would be great. Please, would somebody like to donate $50? That would be so awesome. A $50 donation would go so far. It'll get us over the $100, and then we'll get paid this month. I don't like to nag, but basically I can use all the help I can get. Here, try this one out for size upstate. The Saturday stream got limited no ads. Then this morning, YouTube changed their mind and said, well, you know what, there's something wrong with the stream anyway, so let's go ahead and give her advertising back. Fine. Do you pay me for those 101 subs or viewers that you didn't pay me for the ads for? Or not? Yeah, we'll probably keep the money for ourselves because it's our money. You don't deserve it. What? You're the one who just said my stream is worth monetization. Yeah, sure, but now we got our cut out of it, and then we're all set. You stupid. Hey, don't say anything stupid about us, or we'll take away your monetization again. Oh yeah. Absolutely annoying. Yes, they are. Unfortunately. Rusty's here. Oh, we saw some good news. Cat's here. Let's get Rusty on camera. Let's get the cat on screen. Free thing. Yay. Okay, Rusty. Everybody likes the cat. Yeah. I just think it's disgusting. And just the fact that they YouTube management. Yeah. Big kitty cat. And there's a happy cat too. You can see his tail. His tail is always in the air. Always in the air with a slate curl in it. Yeah. Do you have to sit there? Alright. Anyway, so yeah, he does. My Noni cat is next to me. Okay. Yeah, Rusty's he's a good old cat. Takes care of the rats, takes care of the mice. And he takes care of the... You can see he's a happy cat. See that tail? That's a happy cat tail. That's happening here. He's happy. He's got... Oh, no. You're not going to show him that mic stand. I gotta get a new windscreen for that mic stand because it's seriously starting to kind of... The foam on it's starting to go bad on it. So who wants to come up on the panel? That's a good question. Yeah, no one seems to be on the panel right now. Nope, absolutely not. No one's on the panel right now. It's open though. She was just chasing a huge fly. Rusty is the best. Yeah, well, the big cat is, he just decided to sit on the computer instead, so. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen with the, Okay. I might, Johnny, after I get done with my business. A bit heavy meal today. Okay. FC, why don't you join the panel? If you feel like me putting you on Discord, me and you can talk on Discord to fill in the empty space. You feel like talking on Discord, FC? Fill in the negative space in the stream? Charlotte says she'll come up tomorrow. Well, let's see if FC can come on. I don't know what his schedule is. I don't know what he's doing right now. By the way, I think Shango 066 brought this up. I know FC would probably definitely agree with him on this. The system is trying to find every way they can to screw the people in this country. Yeah, I know. You can get him to come on. And it's doing fine. He's walking now. But he's still got calcium deposits in his knee and in his wrist. So it still hurts a bit. I'm having problems with my right knee right now. Because arthritis is starting to affect my right knee. Make sure not to fall and break that one. Oh, please. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see if he wants to, I got a message here. Let's see. Well, I have Skynet wanted to chat on Discord link. Let me get him on real quick. We can talk to him through this. Go ahead, Skynet. You're on the show. Hello. This is stupid. Let's see. Maybe it's on the phone link. Oh. Hello. Okay. Oh. Talk to me or type at me. One or the other. All right. How's it doing? It's doing fine. Talk to me or type at me. One or the other. So, I know that Skynet wanted to talk to me, and I figured let's just talk to him real quick and see what's going on. Well, right now he says his mic is not working right, so I will have to just.
Hello?
How are you doing?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me? Obviously.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can hear you. Fuck. That was. I don't know why that was so complicated, but it was.
Who knows?
Who
So,
knows?
so the
That's how I
question.
feel about it. Who knows? How you doing?
I'm
I've been
doing
watching the
alright.
show. I subscribed to your channel. I was gonna, type something after an hour passed by, but just been waiting.
Actually, you need to be subscribed to the show for 1 day before you can type anything.
Oh, a whole day. Okay, well,
This gives you,
tomorrow.
but you can still post comments though.
Right. At least I can do that. But tomorrow I should be able to, as long as nobody has blocked me or muted me. But we'll find out tomorrow.
Well, if you
Anyways,
subscribe to the channel, then you probably shouldn't have a problem.
well, let's cross that bridge when it's there to be crossed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
not good. I don't think we're gonna do the Monday night on Discord.
that's what I heard. I saw you made a video saying you're not gonna do it, and then I heard you talking about it this morning, saying you're not gonna do it. And I was,
because no one's showing up to the Discord chats at all.
Right.
And even if we did manage to do it, there's only 25 slots available for people, and that's it. Because
well, I apologize for not coming on Sunday. I know you offered for me to come over on Sunday and check it out. My phone was on airplane mode. I don't know how that occurred.
okay,
And I didn't really catch the time of day throughout my day, so I kind of missed out on Sunday. Long story short.
yeah.
But Sundays are kind of like family days. You know what I mean? Like they're not really good days. I mean, I get that they're good days for music, but honestly, I think Saturday is probably a better day, or Friday is a better day for music. People are like loose and they want to hear some music and chill. Usually, Sunday you're like dreading that you have to go back to work the next day. You know what I mean?
Well, I know that for me, if it's a show I really like, then I'm just gonna either watch the replays, which are available on Patreon, or I would just
The replays.
yes, we
Oh,
see.
your music shows are on Patreon?
Yes,
Oh, well, I didn't know.
you haven't been on my
What
Patreon
is,
lately, have you?
what is it, $1?
Audio streams or a $5 monthly pledge. Video streams are $10 monthly pledge. But we do have one up there for a freebie from the last week's show, so you can watch the last week's one for free.
Is that how it works? Every week you can watch the last week for free?
Yeah, we go all the way back from when we first started.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all, but, I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything. But listening to music is one thing, but being able to, hang out and talk to you about the music,
We do that in the general
verbally.
chat. We talk. We type about it.
Yeah, but typing, then you gotta sit at a keyboard. You gotta,
You're listening to the music. You're listening to what the song's saying. You're listening to the licks. Obviously
I
you
do like some licks.
Well, the point is that you might want to be focusing more on a piece of music and not focusing on what you're trying to say out loud, because that distracts everybody.
Well, maybe you are, and if you are, then I respect that. But me personally, when I'm listening to music with friends, I want to talk to my friends. Kind of maybe talk about the music, or talk about memories from listening to the song. Something more interactive.
That's what we do in the general chat.
Well, yeah, I get you. I get that the general chat, but have you ever thought that maybe you have people that watch your channel that maybe are cerebral palsy, or that are disabled, and they can't type on a keyboard, so you're kind of slandering him
But
out.
they've managed to go ahead and get up on Discord, so which means that theoretically, if they're using their cell phone, they can use the speech option. They can enable the microphone so they can actually talk the messages.
Like I said earlier, if that's how you want it, and if that's what's easier for you, you'd rather listen to the music than talk to people. I get
because
it.
when I'm
just
listening
not
to the
like
music
that.
myself, is I'm actually trying to unwind and relax myself. So
Yeah, me too. Anytime I'm listening to music, I'm trying to unwind and relax.
because the
with a
problem
bottle
is
of wine.
right now with taking care of Ed, I don't really have a lot of time to myself, and so for me,
sucks.
the music is the time when I can actually, during that show for Sunday night show, is the time when I can seriously, relax, let my hair down, not worry about everything that has to go on. Its needs are met, my needs are met basically at that point. So I get like from 7 to midnight to just unwind and enjoy myself.
Speaking of disabled people having great functions, I want to ask you about this news article, news video that I saw, and get your point of view on this. Okay, so there's this new technology out that I forgot what the company was that designed it, but basically they implanted a microchip into a monkey, and the monkey can play Pong, right? And is really good at Pong with his mind. With his mind. He can hit the ball with the Pong table with his mind. So the applications for people that have cerebral palsy are completely, that's a game changer right now.
FC, would you like to join us too? Because we can get you on chat as well.
Now, outside of the fact of, bettering the disabled, would you personally, Michelle, be implanted if that technology was to exist where you could control electronics with your mind?
No.
No.
No, because then I have to worry about changing the batteries every few years. Because I don't think
microchips are powered by the, energy in your body.
No, they're not. They're powered by a battery.
No, not the ones that are implanted.
Yes, they are too.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Put me on lay me on top of a wireless charger every night?
I mean, we are getting to that point where they have wireless charging. I mean, did you ever think there was gonna be that?
Well, let's be honest here. They come up with why no wireless charging is a thing. My cell phone supports it. But what it comes down to is, did you know that the typical diabetes glucose monitor actually uses the blood to generate electricity, which is what it measures voltage. We do test on humans.
You threw me off with the diabetes. What were you saying?
Well, the typical glucometer with the little test strips, when you put the drop of blood on the test strip, what it does is it's generating a small electric voltage that the test meter reads. Depending on how much voltage you generate, will determine how much your glucose level in your sugar is, in your blood is.
Shit.
This listing.
I think I've seen that. It's connected to an app, right?
They can connect it to an app, but usually most glucose meters are actually freestanding.
Freestanding? You mean
they get a little standard AA battery inside that powers the thing.
Wow.
It's not an app or anything, but I'm sure they make one that is an app.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. As far as human testing, what do you think this pandemic vaccine is doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not getting it as long as I can.
Right.
I saw a company email this morning, and they were like, if you're not vaccinated, then you have to wear a mask at all time. And if you are vaccinated, come talk to us. We'll give you a sticker for your ID card, so that way you can not wear a mask around. So they're basically taking inventory of everybody that has it, which I find despicable. And
Right.
then second of all, they're forcing people to wear a mask in the office, like as you're working at your desk.
Right.
Now I don't work at an office, so it doesn't really affect me. But just the fact that my company even
Besides, I bet
cares.
those typical paper masks anyway are not really the best ones. They say you should be using an N95 mask.
Right. Have you seen like the comparison meme that's got like a gas mask, a firefighter mask, a painter's mask, and then it's got like the regular paper mask, and it's like world's deadliest virus. where we've got all these other mask technologies that are vastly superior, but they're saying, yeah, you know what, just wear that paper one and you're good.
That's not going to work.
Fucking lames.
In fact, did you know that in Israel, 100% of the people that have been vaccinated are ones that got the Delta variant, and that they are already had the vaccine and they got the Delta variant.
Oh, that's a good idea, Skunk Ape. When was the last time Ed had some ABC pizza?
Not now, because of two reasons. Number one, we can't afford it.
Oh shit.
Number
How
two,
much is it?
he can't physically walk that far yet. He's just starting to get back on his feet. So,
Does it feel good for Ed if he like takes a bath? Baths help him?
he can manage to sit in the tub and hose himself down with a hand sprayer. It's about the best he can do right now.
Does it soothe his feet is what I mean. Does it soothe?
Well, I think it helps him a little bit.
Is he awake?
Well, what do you mean be awake?
Oh, is he awake? Is that awake?
He's sleeping right now. He usually sleeps when I'm up in the morning show.
Sleeps through the morning show?
Yeah.
Have you talked to Ed about being on your show? I mean, since the trolls are gone.
Right now, he wants to try to eventually get himself back in shape so he can do something on his channel, so he wants to do something with his train stuff on his channel.
Yeah, didn't he buy a bunch of trains a while back?
He bought some, but he didn't buy a lot.
Okay, well, how many trains would you say that Ed bought? Are we talking like
he bought 2 sets? He had 2 sets of trains.
2 sets. With track or without track?
With track. The one set came with track. The other set didn't really come with track.
Did he set it up in the house and like run it around and stuff?
He doesn't have the room right now. We need to get a piece of 4x8 so we can set up a table for him. Right now, we don't have that.
Yeah, I guess.
FC says, what's the last time Ed paid for something? Last time we went to ABC Pizza, he did.
He paid?
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that video you had of Ed with that fucking pitcher of beer. Oh man, that was a great video. When he took you out to dinner?
Yeah, he paid for that.
Yeah, I would like some train content, Michelle, or Ed, whenever Ed's available.
Well, give him some time. Ow!
Sure.
My own arthritis is kicking in.
Have you heard from Homeless Mike in a while?
I saw him about a month ago in the park.
Did he say hi to you?
Yeah.
That's nice. He wasn't mad about the cops telling him he had to leave?
The problem is, Gabe, we can't put the train on the floor because neither me nor Red can get to the floor.
Why is that?
And once we get down on the floor, we're not going to be able to get back up.
Really?
Really, because of my knee injury. And he's problems with his knees too and his gout. He can't do it either.
Have you seen those like metal leg braces that are for people's knees, and it makes like your knee super strong because it's got like a little brace? Seen those?
I've seen something similar from an orthopedic surgeon's office. Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin had those on both of his legs, and he could pretty much damn do anything.
Yeah.
What's your favorite train, Michelle?
My favorite train?
Yeah, do you have a favorite?
You mean like a railroad? Which railway? Which?
Yeah.
Well, I started out with Union Pacific. I think Ed likes to work with the New York Central. But I think if I get into railroading, I might want to go into Double O and do some British models and railways instead.
Like some old ones from the 60s?
Double O is available right now in the UK. It's a common. It's not as common as HO in the UK, but
Oh, that's a different size track.
no, it's the same size track. It's using HO track. I guess you can call it narrow gauge if you want, but it's Double O instead of HO, which is technically a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I would like to see that. I've seen some of your old videos where you're playing around with trains to bed. You had it all set up. I think it was like for Christmas or something. Right around December.
Yeah. Well, see what we can do.
Sure.
Well, the thing is the only thing with the UK train or with the European standard is that they use different couplers than the American trains. So
you can't use the same cars and stuff?
Yeah, you can. It just look kind of weird. Putting European hook and link bogies on top of an American railroad consist.
Now, don't get upset with me or ban me for this, but because, people in the chat are talking about it, it makes me wonder if on Pornhub there is any sort of train-style porn that involves toy trains. You know?
Maybe.
Like, I know that if I was to search train porn, I could easily find some. But I'm talking about toy trains. Like, is there anything with that? If anybody out there wants to let us know in the
I
chat.
suppose you can use imagination. You can imagine someone, have some trains have rocket launchers on them, right? For toy trains. But instead of having a rocket launcher, you have a fake you-know-what on it instead.
On top? Holy shit. That's deadly. What, you put on the track?
And then basically, like, when you're ready to launch it, you launch it into your girlfriend's where.
Yes. Full speed ahead. And I wouldn't mind, playing around with the toy trains. That was what they're supposed to be used for.
Well, the thing is, right now, we can't wait until autumn comes, because that's when it's be nice and cooler. But my arthritis in my knees hurt. I really kind of wish...
rather be on your back.
What? Now, I'm not on my back as much, but just the fact is that I'm so active, I don't even have a chance to even normally just lay down. I mean, like, first of all, like I said at the beginning of the show, in 2014, I laid on my left side and basically pinched several nerves in my legs, and they have been pinched since. So only I can walk somewhere on my left leg before pain becomes excruciating. This is before the broken kneecap in the left leg. Okay? Now, I got arthritis in my right leg, starting. And I'm trying really hard to stay active. And so I am basically having a miserable time. Okay, Gianni wants to come on here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Morning.
Good. How are you? Good morning, Skynet.
Oh, how are you, matey?
Good.
Good.
That's good. Tell Ed to nap on the couch so you can stretch out. No, he can't sit. He can't get on the couch. He can barely get off the bed, and my bed's higher than the couch.
Does Ed have enough clothes? It's like, did he bring all his clothes with him?
Yeah, he's got all his clothes, but it isn't very much clothes. So I have to constantly wash clothes.
When was the last time Ed got... Well, let me ask you this. Did Ed get any clothes since he was there?
No, he hasn't been gotten any clothes since he's been here. He's thinking about going back to Florida again anyway. He's not sure yet.
Is he? When was the last time he talked to you about that?
Well, Florida? He talked to me
Yeah.
about 2 days ago. Actually, he talked to me last night, too. He says, maybe we should move to Florida, go to one of those 55-plus communities. I said, sure. Except one thing. How are we going to get the money together to move, Ed? It's not exactly like it's free. You still need to come up with a moving truck. You still got to pay the first month, last month, and the security. How are we going to come up with that?
That's pretty expensive, too, to, go to Florida, move everything you got. I mean, it's going to be, $800 or $900, I would assume.
Yeah, about that. That's for if you go for a community, because even if you buy a house and you go to a community, that's the monthly fee for the homeowners association, and it's like, yow, that's a lot of money plus your mortgage on top of that. That's not going to be very good.
What did Ed say to that?
He said he agreed. He didn't think we could afford it. Because it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, now that they're...
I mean, how much are you paying right now for rent?
Between me and Ed, $1,200.
Oh, between you and Ed? So, that's good. At least he didn't charge you an extra $500 for Ed like I thought he was.
He's charging Ed $400. He's charging me $800.
Okay.
I think Jimmy should seriously knock the rent back down to $700 for me. All I can tell you is just that he pointed out one thing. He's got people in this building that he's having the eviction moratorium will end so he can start evicting some of these people that are not able to pay their rent and have not even making an effort to pay the rent.
Some of your neighbors aren't able to pay their rent, Michelle?
I don't know about the ones in this building, but the ones in Stockbridge are having problems paying the rent.
Where's Stockbridge? Is that close?
It's in the Berkshires of Massachusetts. Johnny, where is Stockbridge exactly?
I have no clue. I'm that whole part of Massachusetts, west of Worcester, is
right.
It might as well be China than me.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
That whole Route 2. It's
well, he might be, but you know what? You gotta remember one thing though. He's letting me stay all these years, so it can't be that bad. He did give me a new handle for the toilet when the old handle broke. He brought it to me yesterday. He put it in because he's broken wrist. He couldn't put it in. I did it. The flush handle for the toilet had snapped because originally it was plastic.
What was
he gave me a
Ed
new
doing for?
The handle broke on the toilet because it was plastic. The plastic just wore out, dried out, cracked, got brittle. And he brought us a metal handle, so he put that on the toilet. So now the flush works again properly. Now it would need to reach inside the tank to lift the lever to flush it. So,
hey, Michelle.
What?
What was Ed doing for work when he was living in Florida?
He didn't work. He was on fixed income like he is now.
He didn't work?
He's on disability like I am.
Oh. Well, there you go. Disability.
Yeah. No, Ed used to work. He used to work. Yes, he did. He worked in the 90s.
What did he do in the 90s?
He worked in the circuses and the carnivals, like he told
Oh
you guys.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not exactly a
Yeah.
9-to-5 job, but it certainly was a job that he traveled and worked for.
I assume it'd be an even later job. You know, I mean, how late does the circus go till?
He went to Carson and Burns, or what was it, Clay Beatty, Cole Brothers, Carson and Burns, and I think also into Ringley Brothers.
If I remember right, he never did anything with the bearded lady. I remember asking him about that.
No, I don't think so. But I don't think any of the shows he had a sideshow on them. I don't think any of them had a sideshow.
Have a good one.
A job is a job, but it's not a career. You know, and I don't think it really has a career. But I have a career.
You know, like, I'm kind of torn on it. I don't necessarily think working at the circus is a bad job, but I don't know, like,
It's
how
a tough
old
job because you're always on the move. You don't have a standard place to go. You know, you're always
I feel
on the
like
move.
that's a job that's fine for somebody under 25.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't disagree with that.
Or even like working on a carnival, or not a carnival, a cruise ship. You know, like, I don't know if you want to be in your 30s working on a cruise ship.
Cruise ship is another stressful job, but at least it has its advantages
You ever
too.
been on a cruise?
I've been on a cruise as a passenger, but not as an employee. But
oh, really? That's so cool. When did you go, and where did you go?
Went to the Caribbean,
Wow.
Barbados, Martinique, St. Croix, periods back in the early 90s.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, how old were you, I guess?
I would say probably around 25, maybe.
25. Did you gamble?
Yeah, I went to the
ship?
casino and played the slot machines a lot and lost a lot of money. Yes.
That's cool.
I have a friend in a
Did you go?
wheelchair that owns a convenience store. He checks people out, works every day. He's worth $1 million. Congratulations for your friend. Yeah, I did.
Probably
Unfortunately,
super famous too.
I did get drunk on that ship. Absolutely, that's a true story. I did. I'll tell you one thing. I used to get drunk also on Cafe Royales too from the bar. And
what's a Cafe Royale?
It's made out of cognac, coffee and cognac with chocolate liqueur. Oh, I love them suckers. My dad did not like the bar tab.
Did your mom have to pay for it?
Yeah, my dad had to whip out his MasterCard to pay for when we left the ship because it was time to pay. My sister was doing the same thing because she was like, what's it, about 20 years old, and she was still legally drinking age on the ship, so she could still drink. So she'd go out there and she'd go drinking beers and getting blasted. Because she slept with mom and dad in their stateroom. Me and my brother slept in our own stateroom. And it was just kind of weird because it was like, my brother and I are both basically chilling out, drinking rum and cokes together, basically getting blitzed.
That's an awesome story, Michelle.
Yeah, well, it's a true story.
It's a good story. Did you ever go to the top of the boat or the bow of the boat, like at night? Did you go
No,
outside of the boat at night? No?
You mean on the top deck? I've been on the top deck during the daytime. Thank God. Then my knee was more cooperative, and I didn't have arthritis, and I was able to walk around. I used to walk around the ship a lot. It didn't bother me walking that much. I used to walk everywhere on the ship. everywhere that a passenger was supposed to be able to go to. I didn't try going in the crew quarters, but I could have got there if I wanted to.
Why is that?
Because the ship didn't seem to have much tight lax. The security was a little more lax. So you could theoretically, if you wanted to sneak into the crew section, you probably could. But I didn't want to get kicked off the ship, so I didn't bother to try.
Michelle, I'm imagining you right now, like, trying to break into the crew quarters, and it's fucking hilarious.
The crew quarters, which is on the front of the ship, is in the bow.
You're like noticing that the security. Oh wow, this security's pretty lax. I think I can just slip past.
Well, today's cruise ships, you have RFID tag that you would use. You'd have a card that you would use to swipe through the lock. We don't have at that time. The Dawn Princess didn't have that kind of security, so theoretically they had keys. So theoretically, you could probably take in a key and found a key, or if you follow the workings of the lock pick lawyer, you probably could pick the lock. You know.
Or maybe knock out
this
one
is
of
the lock picking lawyer.
employees.
Today we're going to break into the crew quarters of the Dawn Princess. I have my lock picks here. Binding on 1. Click on 2. Trap pin on 3. Gotta click on 4. Counter rotation on 5. Go back to 3. Finally got it to go in. And we are in. And like, seriously, if I did that...
What are we going to do in there? What are we going to do now that we got
Nothing.
in there?
I didn't want to get in trouble, but I mean, the crew quarters, I understand. They're not, the cabins are not that fancy. They're pretty basic.
You just wanted to unlock the door?
Well, I mean, the easiest way to get to unlock the door was ask a crew member to open the door for you. But I wasn't trying to break into the place. I just wanted to, explore the ship as best I could.
Was this before or after you were drinking?
Fueled by rum like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Right. Was this before or after the rum and cokes?
Before.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I was kind of curious how the actual crew quarters were, and then I finally saw videos on YouTube showing crew quarters on the ship, and I was like, that doesn't really look that different than what the lowest cost passenger cabins were. We were on the last deck right above the bowels of the ship, so we're like pretty low, almost in steerage class.
How many days was this trip, by
7.
the way?
It was a 7-day trip.
7-day trip, wow.
Yep, so we got a chance to get to know the ship pretty good.
I bet.
Yes, they are,
Are
Charlotte.
there any theater shows?
What's that?
I said, was there any theater shows?
Yeah. Yes, they had plenty of theater shows. Had live entertainment almost every night. Plus, they had a movie theater in the basement of the ship, or in the hold of the ship. There was a movie theater. So it was pretty cool that way.
I think Giovanni's eating something.
A cabaret. Oh yeah, what I loved was on the top ship, on the top of the ship, on the Baja deck. They had the disco.
Oh shit! Did you?
Yes, I spent a lot of time at the disco.
Nice. What's your favorite disco band?
I didn't really do any particular disco dance. I just hung around and watched the videos. Maybe just did a little loose moves here and there. Remember, I didn't have any injuries then, so I was able to do more. Oh yeah, I was drinking my Cafe Royales and basically jacking off my dad's credit card. My dad was so shocked when he saw the bar tab after we got off the ship. He was like, I'm not taking you guys on a cruise ship. You guys basically choosing this place like a freaking floating liquor locker. Well, sorry. Because you had to pay for everything with your stateroom pass. So basically, then the bursar charges it to your credit card when you get off the ship. So, it means that how easy is for you to drink too much? Way too easy. No. And we did.
That's what people do on a cruise.
Yep, that's what they do.
What they do?
That and buy knickknacks and eat too much. Or, of course, when they were in Portugal, they would sometimes take tours.
I mean, since you were on the boat for 7 days with your brother, did you and your brother ever try to like hook up with any chicks?
I kind of liked the one performer. Her name was Kathleen Axelrod. She was a redhead, a really nice redhead from Manhattan. She was a performer on the ship. She was a singer. I thought she sounded pretty good as a singer. My mom thought she sounded too awful. I don't know. I don't think her voice sounded too bad. You know. I mean, like my mom said, maybe she would have been better singing in an opera house with high ceilings. I said, well, Mom, I'm sorry, but the main deck theater doesn't exactly have high ceilings like that. Yeah, maybe she could sound better singing at Carnegie Hall, but she wasn't in Carnegie Hall. She was on the small theater
her
lounge.
Her name was Axel Roth? Axel Roth or Axel Rod?
Axelrod. Kathy Axelrod. Axelrod.
Since you know her first name and last name, have you ever tried looking her up?
Yeah.
Did?
Well, did
you ever try looking her up, Michelle?
I thought about it, but I know she's probably still working for the cruise company, I think. She originally did give me her phone number, but unfortunately I think I lost the damn paper. Oh well.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
A fond memory, yeah. Not too many people from the cruise I actually remember, but this one musician, this one performer I remembered very well. She wasn't too much older than me. She was like in her 30s, 40s. She lived in Manhattan.
Look her up. I mean, she was in her 30s or 40s then. She's going to be in her 60s or 70s now, right?
Yeah, at least 60s anyway, because seems like 10 years difference between me and her. If I know anything about her, she's probably still busting her tail working on that cruise ship right now.
Really?
Because she loved doing it. She loved being on the cruise ship. She loved working. Did you tap that?
Did you tap her?
Well, you still remember the name. My memory can be crap at things like that. She must have been really made an impression. Yeah, I liked her a lot. She was a really awesome person. Too bad she didn't swing for life or visit. Oh, let's put it this way: she's probably still on. If she's still working for the cruise line, she's probably still on. She's probably still on tour right now. She's definitely not on the boat now. No, that's true. But like I said, she gave me her phone number back then, and I lost the damn slip of paper. Aww. She said to me nicely, she said, I'm not supposed to do this, but here's my phone number in Manhattan. If you want to reach me, I was like, whoa, okay, thanks. I probably lost the paper. Oh, well. Well, I mean, let's put like I said, that was like 40 years ago, okay? Just approximately 40 years ago.
Wish Ed was awake so I could find out if Ed's ever been on a cruise. I mean, a guy that went to the circus.
He has never been on a cruise. He's only been on trains.
Never been on a cruise?
Right.
Is he scared of water?
I don't think so. I just think he never got the opportunity.
No opportunity. All right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he would go on a cruise with you, like a couple's cruise. He'd be down for that.
It is theoretically possible if we can get the stimulus check. Right now, I believe that I think I heard that the anti-poverty legislation is on the way through the Senate right now.
Carnival Cruise Lines usually gives you the cruise if you pay the port fees. So, if you decide to do it, look into Carnival Cruise Lines.
Well, she works for Pacific. She works for Princess Cruises, not Carnival. I don't think Ed River rode a zebra. No. I do know that there are some zebras in some circuses, but no, he didn't ride the zebras.
Have you ever rode a horse?
Have I ever ridden on horses? Yes, lots of times.
Yeah, what was the biggest?
What was the biggest horse? Well, we had a stallion at Camp Berkshire that was pretty big. Back then, we were allowed to ride the horses unsupervised. It was a head sight. We actually used to just ride the horses. And we didn't even have to have leaders. We would just ride a horse following the leader, following everybody else. It was fun.
How many inches would you say he was?
You mean how many hands tall was the horse?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say probably about 7.5 feet tall.
Shit. Sounds like a bigger boy. You ever seen those Clydesdales that Budweiser uses? You know,
Yeah, they have the big feet. Yeah.
Oh my god, those things are mammoths.
Yeah, I know.
Mammoths.
Yeah. I don't think. Well, like the word cruise is not for me. I love the water. I love the water. I love the cruise. It was fun. The thing that was most scary was when we were out in sea. We ran into a storm.
Yeah.
That scared me, especially since I was the poor schmuck that decided to walk out on deck just to see what it really felt like. And I'm holding onto the door jamb for dear life, like I was afraid I was going to get my glasses blown off because the fact that the wind was so strong.
I would have been at the bar of the casino. Trying to
The
get
waves
some money
were
or getting drunk.
huge, or like 12, 15-foot swells. And I'm like,
Alright, maybe I wouldn't have been doing that then. Those sound like some big ass waves.
yeah. I actually, like I said, I loved being on the ship. That wasn't bad. But you gotta admit, that's kind of what the ships have what they call stabilizers.
Bring it up with Ed. Bring it up with Ed and see what he thinks about going on a cruise. Maybe that's what he needs to kind of like reinvigorate himself.
Maybe. Or maybe he might want a combination cruise and ferry ride with the train. Because some trains are transported by ferry across the ocean too.
What?
I said sometimes the trains are put on ferries. So you get just like in a car ferry, but this one carries trains.
I've never heard of a train that goes on a ferry in my entire life.
Oh yeah, they exist. Go look on YouTube. Passenger train on a ferry.
Alright, let me see this.
I think you'd find that for like if you wanted to cross the English Channel from England to go to Europe and vice versa.
Right. In the Irish Sea, there's of course the Irish Sea has a ferry for cars to take people, but that one doesn't transport trains though. But there are ferries that do have train transports also.
Michelle, you're gonna have to like track this down for me because I'm not seeing this.
Just search for
ferries.
train passenger car on a ferry.
Train, passenger car on a ferry. Okay.
Like I know in Sicily, they put trains on a ferry to go to the mainland. That's
Right.
only
Really?
like 2-3 mile.
Is
You
there a
know,
track on the ferry and it just drives the train
There's
on?
tracks that the cars slide onto,
yep,
yes.
And then there's a track exit at the port?
Yeah.
yep.
All right. I'm not seeing it, but I'm going to take your word on this. We all have the word Sicily.
Well, it makes sense, though.
I mean, it doesn't. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just have people, like, just wait on the ferry, and then when the ferry gets there, get on the train?
Because sometimes they want to basically just have everything all together instead of having to get off the train, then transport over on foot to the boat. They just want to basically just get the whole car on the ferry so they can just continue on the road right afterwards. Once they get if they redock, they just take
Yeah,
the
I
ferry's just
believe
pulled
it's
out by another
mostly
freight train.
for goods, not for passengers. In that case, at least, they just have all their toilet paper, bottled water on the train
Well,
car, and they just want to bring it over, and they leave it
Skunk
on.
Cave says we're missing out on some quality Pornhub that involves a train and a ferry, just so we all know
Oh, jeez.
that exists.
Well, anyway, guys, listen. It's almost time to get ready to go to the soup kitchen and see what's for lunch.
Hell yeah.
I
Hopefully
left.
it's got some
I
good
hope.
shit.
I left a message with the soup kitchen answer machine, and I said to them nicely,
Hope
I
it's not
said,
eggs.
look, I got a
Yeah.
question for you guys. Why don't you ever answer the phone when someone calls?
Right.
Because maybe somebody is calling you wants to make a donation. Maybe they want to reach this perceived person if the donations are acceptable or not. And yet, every time I call you, then when I get your answering machine, and at first it sounds like a human being is answering, but really it's just the way the woman recorded the voicemail. And it's like,
no.
but how are we supposed to find out? Like, for example, it doesn't even say the hours of service in the answering machine, so we could find out when the soup kitchen's open. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say anything. How would people know? I said people need to know that information. I just called originally to find out what was for lunch because Ed's having a gout issue and he's only certain things he can eat, and
Right.
that's what we originally called.
What the bitch say? She said.
Yeah.
What did she say to you?
Yeah.
Michelle, what did she say to you after you told her this?
It's nothing. Your message has been sent. That's all I heard.
Oh my god, they didn't even call you back. Wow.
No, because they know I'll be coming up there around 12 noon to get the lunch, so it doesn't matter.
Wow.
All right, so here's the deal, guys. We were supposed to do the Discord show, but honestly, I don't think there's going to be enough people to show up to make it worth the time. So,
The problem with the Discord show is that, like, a lot of people aren't allowed in your Discord anymore.
well, a lot of people are still allowed in the Discord if they behave.
Well, talking about not a lot of people there, I'm saying it's because you got, some people not allowed there.
We're going to take the calls again on Monday, but tonight, but no one's going to show up on Discord most likely, so what's the point? So
I think that you could work with somebody else to restream it, and then you could definitely have calls and people would call in. But it's kind of like too closed off for people to know.
yeah.
Although people right now, like there's 10 of us listening right now. How many of those 10 people use the Discord?
You could have a maximum of 25 people if you're doing a video stream on Discord. Which is fine, considering the fact is that we don't even have that many people usually watching the show anyway. So.
We used to have more people.
Well, things are different now. Alright, listen, I gotta get going, Skynet. So, I will talk to you later.
Thanks for having me. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
It's good seeing you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Alrighty.
Take
Bye-bye.
it easy.
All right, Gianni. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. Sorry you didn't get a chance to
Alright.
say much, but I hope you
Nah,
have.
I'm just a little busy, and I didn't want to sound winded, and I don't
No,
want to
I know
interrupt
that.
you
I
at a
know that.
guest.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, so listen, guys. See you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. like usual.
All right.
All right. Talk to you
You
later.
take care, Michelle.
Yep. Bye-bye. And for the rest of you guys, sorry we're not going to do the Discord show. I don't think there's going to be enough people to justify the cost. I wish that things were not that way. But you know, you can't blame me. Like last night there was nobody on the Silvermoon radio at all. Nobody. Absolutely no one showed up. And so I got frustrated and ended the show early. I was hoping that somebody would say hello to me in general chat. Nobody came by. So that makes a difference. I mean, I'd like to have somebody, people at least say hello, Like, for example, Billy347 hasn't been there. Monica hasn't been there. Charlotte, of course, rightfully pointed out she was sleeping. Andrew was probably asleep. So, can't help it. It shows, the 7 o'clock shows are terrible for the UK audience. It really is, because they have to go to work the next day, and then, so that doesn't make it easier for them. And, well, the thing is we still have to get to the soup kitchen and get the food, so there won't be an earlier morning show. There just can't be, because the fact is that 10 a.m. to 11:30ish on the weekdays is about the best I can do. On the weekends, we can be on beyond 11:30, but we realize that when we start seeing the show, an hour and a half is long enough. Most people don't usually complain. And we ended up end the show by within 2 hours. No one complains about that. Yes, I know that. Charlotte, you would have been there. All right, guys. For now, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Stay out of trouble, everybody. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.